Hey everyone, it's Will, GamerDad, with another video for you. So don't fret about the 10 stones, this is actually being recorded off my youngest son Andrus Prime's account. Now in this episode of Should You Summon, we're going to cover a lot of different banners, most of which are very awesome, and we're going to focus on the most important one, which is actually the Star Dream Encounter. So for those who are new to the game, this one is a paid stones, 1000 stones, and it basically is a normal 10 pull. Keep in mind that all characters up to 2.5.1, which is the newest update, are included in this particular banner. And then at the end, regardless of the results of that 10 pull, you will be giving a Star Dreams, piece. And you will be able to choose the 5-star of your choice, either regular or AS if you prefer, from anyone up to this update. So I don't have to tell you how important that is. So if you are a minnow or a dolphin or even a whale, there is no reason to pass up on filling any particular need for yourself in the game, or if you just want to pull your waifu or husbando. So this is a definite 10 out of 10 banner for anyone who spends paid stones. Star Dream encounters are very rare and therefore should be taken advantage of as often as possible. Now, on top of the Star Dream, there's actually a few other paid banners as well, and we will discuss them shortly before talking about the regular Thillelille as well as AS Foran banner. Alright, so the next one up is actually the 3 times Fateful encounter. So this is very unique as well. Most of the time you only get one Fateful, and you do get a flat 10% chance on the 10th pull to get the featured 5-star rate up character. Now in this case, both characters are rate up, so it's essentially a 20% chance, 10% of each of either Thillelille or AS Foran. Now, if you missed my update yesterday, or I will be talking about it later today, the power of these two units are unsurpassed as to up to this particular point, much less in the future. And you do get to use this up to 3 times. Again, these are paid stones, but the fact that you guarantee any random 5-star or more, on top of the fact that you do have a flat 10% chance of getting one of the 2 featured units. If you are chasing this particular banner, whereas you want the Lily or AS Foran, this is a highly sought after Faithful, and you should take advantage of it if you must. Keep in mind that if you do buy the 4,000 paid stone, discounted bundle, you can actually summon all 3 times on this Faithful, as well as the Star Dream if necessary. However, you can also use your paid stones for one of the 2 banners here. I won't spend too much time on these. They are pretty straightforward. Essentially, it gives you a 100% chance of getting guaranteed 5-star Melina or a 5-star Rosetta. Now, this is the OG forms of both. They are featured in Chapter 1 of the newest update here. And keep in mind that this particular one has, I believe, 10 chapters total, and they're going to be released one at a time to us at a steady rate of every 1-2 weeks or so. So, in terms of these Fatefuls, I have mixed feelings about this one. I would say that Melina, I think she's been power crept quite a bit. I don't think she's necessary for anything other than maybe some bonus stats in doing the Time Mind Sign episode. Now, Rosetta, on the other hand, she does have an AS version coming out in the future in Japan for those who aren't following on Reddit. And therefore, as an AS Rosetta, she is the only current unit both in Japan and in global that can create Magic Zone. So what that means is every magic attack boosts the AF bar. You will reduce your damage from incoming weapon attacks by I think 30%, while increasing your own magic attacks by 30%. And so you can make an all magic zone team and essentially wreak havoc on the enemy. So she is rated very highly for a particular reason, as in the AS. So I would recommend, if you don't have OG or any form of Rosetta, to pay for the Fateful stones on that one if you do need her. Now, just as a review, Thillelille is the first of the Lunatic units. She is a Shadow/Fire unit, and her Shadow Lunatic specialty essentially means that when she activates it, her Lunatic ability lasts for 3 turns, converts all defense into offense, allowing her to hit insane multipliers, and her slash damage is through the roof. I'm sure some of you have looked up videos in Japan on the damage she can deal, and in combination with either increased crit rate or increased damage through slash zone, she can essentially deal millions and millions of damage in a single hit with her most powerful shadow move. She does have a fire sub type attack, but those ones aren't as powerful as her shadow one. Now in terms of AS Foran, currently the only unit as a review that does Pierce Zone. She is also a very powerful water Pierce attacker, and she can be paired with, obviously any of your water zone units to do insane amounts of water damage, or she can just lead your Pierce team. You can put tons of powerful Pierce units, such as the new 5-star Jade, Hismina. There is also AS Hismina way down the road. Obviously AS or OG Suzette. The list is endless, and so she is very versatile, does a lot of damage, can heal, guaranteed crit. I mean, yeah. So, this banner, a lot of people consider this to be 10 out of 10. Now, these are the rates. So you can see that AS Foran as well as Thillelille has been boosted. However, note that Foran as a 4-star is not a 4.5. And so you do get a higher rate of getting her, but that doesn't really help you because you'll still need 5 treatises and 5 chance to side grade from 4-star Foran to a 5-star AS. So if you haven't watched my videos on update 2.5 in terms of my thoughts about it and moving forward, I'll link that video below. My thoughts on this banner. Now, keep in mind, I'm speaking as a free-to-play, because if you're a Minnow or Dolphin, I would imagine you've already used 4,000 up to 4,000 paid stones and gotten the units you want. I mean, realistically speaking, you would either pull on the Fateful 1 to 3 times and or automatic Star Dreams and get the character you want, in which case you don't even have to be talking about this one. For us free-to-plays, bear in mind that you only have about an income of 2,000, roughly 2,000 stones per month, not including anything from side episodes, and that's if you watch all your videos and do all those kind of things. And moving forward, you have to ask yourself, does Thillelille add tons of value to your team? I know she's a top tier DPS and she is rated very highly in Japan, does millions of damage. Now, I will first touch on the point of AS Foran. Bear in mind that as a free-to-play, most of you do have Foran 4-star. It does take a lot of grinding, but you should be able to upgrade her from 4 to the AS Foran in, hopefully around 3 to 6 months if you're lucky enough to pull 3 treatises and hopefully farm 5 chance. Now, in terms of, so, you're not getting as much value as you think pulling on this banner as a free-to-play. And in terms of Thillelille, you have to also wonder if you don't have access to some of the other characters such as Rosetta or, for example, Yifa or some of the other zone setters, either weapon zones or magic type zones or elemental zones, shall I say. Do you really want to be pulling all your stones on this particular banner? Keep that in mind. Pure DPS doesn't add any support, doesn't help your other units get any better. Whereas, for example, if you save your money, your stones, and go for something like a Yifa or a weapon zone banner, those units can literally help all your other units do a lot more damage. Keep in mind that as newer characters come out in terms of DPS, you can already see a lot of the new characters in Japan. They do a lot of damage on their own as well. So in terms of summoning purely for a full DPS unit, and I do consider Thillelille to be mostly a pure DPS unit, I think there are literally other units that are either in the new future or later on that might do either similar damage or might have a similar spot on your team. Other things to note, there's so far no Shadow Zone, also no Lunatic Zone where, multiple Lunatic units help enhance each other, so you're kind of losing that aspect as well. So let me know in the comments below what you think about my, this banner and my thoughts on it. I know my view on this is a little bit controversial. I do think as a free-to-play, if you feel like, spending a couple of thousand stones on it, I don't see a problem with it. I actually have to decide whether or not I want to spend my 2k stones on this banner as well. But I wouldn't consider this banner to be the be-all or end-all, being that, I do value zone setting units a lot higher than pure DPS units. I mean, you have to ask yourself. Here's a question. Would you rather have AS Shannon on your team or AS Claude? AS Shannon does a ton more damage. But really, are you going to go without the wind zone? That's the question you should be asking yourself in terms of thinking about Thillelille versus potentially pulling someone else instead. One last thing. Thillelille benefits most from a slash zone, so if you don't have access to Radius or, in the future, AS Alulu, you're limiting her moves as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.